What's going on YouTube? GraveCinder here and welcome back to episode number 19 of our cleanup crew scenario. So in the last episode, we started with our very first park in this particular series, and it's the amusement park, and it's hanging out over here. Looking all pretty and everything. But we kind of sorta, I mean, as much as I want to focus on the park, since the park life just came out and everything, I want to focus on the cleanup crew scenario as well. So I think for this episode, we'll try to meet some more of the demand for jobs or industrial, some more demand for commercial, and then we'll look into satisfying whatever it is, that teeny little bit of the residential demand. Now, we did lose about 4,000 population, nearly 5, in the last couple of episodes, and that might be due to a small death wave that we're having, or people just leaving the city because we've been slacking on providing employment for them. So I do want to focus on employment just a little bit, and what I'm thinking is this whole area over here, I want it to be offices. So what I do know is that I don't want to zone too much more of farming, even though we could expand out a little bit, as well as forestry. So I kind of want to leave that as it is for the time being, because traffic, that's why. If we take a look, and we'll go into the info views over here. Let's go to university. So 25% of everybody living in this city is highly educated, and these folks want some nicer jobs other than farming and forestry, and we don't have any regular industry. So let's go ahead and we'll create this whole thing to be offices. I don't know if I want to mix European and regular high-rise buildings. Have not decided yet. Let's work on a layout before we do anything, and then we'll think about what kind of zoning we want to have there. So we'll take this this road with trees, and we're going to do something very simple. Let's just draw a straight line to about there. From here, we're going to freeform and come to there. And then I do want a straight line perfect. All right, I thought it was going to create some of those funky looking blocks there, but it did not. So I think we're good to go there. So this actually gives me a good idea. Now that we have this right here, why don't we build all regular offices over here, and then everything surrounding it we can have as the European offices. So let's break out the boring grid, and we'll start over here. I'm going to try not to put too many connections over here onto this road, because I want to keep the traffic flowing as well as it possibly can. But over here we can, let's see the amount here, that's 2,800. So we need to be at 1,400 to be in the center, and 1,400 is right in there. And there we go. We are now all centered up, and we're gonna make a road connection right there. So I think for the time being that should be just a okay. Let's leave one tile for a gap. And there we go, something like that. We can keep this going. And I think for now that's going to be just okay. I have an idea. I'm not going to disclose it to you guys just yet, but I have an idea. I'll think about it, then if it's worthy of putting into the city, I'll let you guys know what it is. So we do have to provide some water over here, and I think this will actually complete the whole area, so we won't have to mess with putting in any more water in the future. And yeah, that takes care of that that whole area there. All right, so now power-wise, we can easily temporarily put in a couple of these parks right here. All right. So we'll just let those buildings zone up there for the time being. The death wave seems to be going away, yet we're still losing a ton of population. I mean, 200 people per week to lose is a lot. And look, we're up to 250 and over right now. So I'm really hoping that the amount of offices that we're zoning here to provide some jobs for these folks is going to help out this area. And the city in general, why not? Commercial-wise, I do want to keep building over here for our leisure area, so we'll extend it all the way out to there. And for fun, we'll just do that side there as well, and then let's keep this side going too. And we can easily do that right there because we have power connected already. And we'll do something something like that. In the future, of course, we're going to come down here. We're going to put in some of those piers and whatnot and make the area look a lot nicer. For now, let's just focus on satisfying that commercial demand. Take a look at our park and voila, check it out. We are at level 3. So amusement park, level 3. So we now have unlocked, I mean, we've had all of this unlocked already. What am I talking about? So we have all the way up to bumper cars unlocked. We need level 4 for the drop tower ride, as well as the pendulum, I think, ride, and the Ferris wheel, as well as the roller coaster, which I mentioned is going to go right there. So level 3, let's check the status, see where we need to be to hit level 4 to unlock that next ride. And we need to get about 2,300 more people to visit the park, and everything else is good. So we'll let that do its very own thing there. And you know, I think providing some services over here would be a fantastic idea. So let's put in a European police station. We are also going to put in a European medical clinic. And then down here, we'll put in a European firehouse. So we'll actually put 2 of those there. Why not? We've been having more fires lately than we can handle, and I think 2 fire stations there are going to do us some really, real good. And the death wave continues, so we're gonna wait that out. Normally, what I would do is just let the game play and let the death wave pass and kind of start recording after that and just tell you guys about it, because to me this is kind of tedious just waiting for it to pass and then keep playing. But we'll do this together. So we have more offices there coming in. The demand for jobs has gone down. However, we now have the demand for residential that's spiking back up again due to all of the deaths that we're having. So I'm thinking and hoping that anytime somebody dies in their apartment or house, somebody else is going to move into it. And we're going to be back up to our 62,000 population, I believe, is where we were at before this this decline in population started. So technically, we have room for about 5,500 people to move into the city without zoning any more residential. So hopefully that's going to be the case. And not sure why we're not getting any buildings being zoned over here, even though we have that pretty large demand for commercial. Let me try zoning a little bit there and oh, there they go. I was just gonna say, what in the world is going on here? It's a lakeside property, and these crazies are not moving in. While we're at it, we might as well complete this side here. Actually, we're gonna not do that. My pathways are working very well. People are using them, which is certainly nice to see. And I don't know if I showed this to you guys or not, but I have an underground walkway. So these folks not necessarily have to walk through the pedestrian walk there, but they can go under and not risk getting hit by a car. Smart thinking there on my end, I would say. Our office area is coming in pretty nicely. I'm gonna zone out some more because I really want to have, let's say, more than enough jobs available here in this area. And building needs to be covered by more services. Looks like all these buildings need to be covered by more services. And one of those big services that they want coverage on is going to be public transport, which is something that we'll work on in the near future once the buildings, of course, are ready to level up. I think for the time being, we're gonna continue this. I want to say layout because it's not really a layout, but just a random road placement method, we're gonna call it. We're gonna continue that to kind of fill in the rest of this area with more offices. So we'll do that right there. We're gonna continue it over here on this end as well. And I actually don't have a problem putting a cut in this road because, well, it's not going to see a whole lot of traffic there, so I think we're going to be just a-okay there. And I'm going to try. Well, we'll do that right there, and now, I know none of this makes a whole lot of sense, but I like the way it looks. Okay, so we have that there. So that's going to be plenty of jobs. So we're gonna have plenty of jobs there. I do want to check on this park. I tried to get back to the actual scenario itself, but I get distracted. I do. We're at 3,800, so we need about 1,200 more people to visit our park so we can unlock level 4. And you know what? Before I didn't think that I would zone the area over here. However, now I'm thinking that that I should. So I'll bring it all the way out to about there and kind of see what happens in that area. And wow, I can't believe we're still at 55,000 population. So hopefully that's going to start growing back up. I'm not getting too worried, but you know, I like for everything to be green and growing as opposed to ripe and dying, if that makes sense. So I wanted to talk a little bit about expanding the city and buying new tiles, even though we have plenty more room to to build in and zone and everything. Initially, I was gonna buy the tiles above these 3, or at least 2 of them. However, now I'm thinking about buying the 2 tiles below these right here for a couple of reasons. One, I want to expand this area to the tile below it, and I also want to gain the additional connection to the highway here. So that's kind of my thought process there. It's going to be easier for us to manage the traffic if we have more connection to this same highway per se. And I kind of like the flow that we have over here and over here as well. So I'm thinking about extending that down. So it's going to be easier for us. So that's the plan for now. Will it happen? I don't know. I might change my mind again. Let me know what you guys think. Should we go out this way, or should we go out up this way? Keep in mind we are going to have to do something about this right here if we go out further down that way. And we don't have unlimited soil. Not available. Just not available. I think I need to help this city start getting the population back. So what I'm gonna do is, what zones are these? These are high density residentials. I'm gonna destroy some of these houses or apartments or whatever they are, just so people can start moving back in to kind of kickstart that process and trick the computer into thinking, hopefully, hey, it's about time we, you know, start moving into this city again. So hopefully that'll work. I know I just got rid of about 500 people with that amount of buildings there, but hopefully they'll all move back in. Alright guys, please excuse the break in the video. I actually played this game called Clash Royale. I'm sure you guys have, or some of you guys have heard of it. And I had about an hour left to complete my final battle to help the clan win the war. I didn't win. I lost. In any case, our park has reached level 4 and we have unlocked the drop tower ride and the pendulum ride. So let's go ahead and we'll place those 2 in here. And I'm thinking that what we're gonna do here is we're gonna come in with the road and we're gonna go across. Not that one, but this one. And let's see if we can get a straight line. And that straight line appears to be right there. So what I want to do is I want to put in 2 of these drop tower rides. I want to put one here. And I want to put another one in there. And ooh, that's big. Let's leave it. Let's go ahead and leave it. Let's see what else we can fill this area in with. Can possibly put in one of... Can we put 2? It'd be awesome if we can put 2. And we can put 2 of these guys in here. All right, so we'll do something something like that for the time being. That's going to increase the attractiveness of the park, but also help us get to that next level. And by the by, what is that next level? That next level is 10,000 until we reach level 5. I don't see a problem in getting there. Just hopefully we get that population to increase or start increasing more. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna zone some more of leisure coming down over here. We're gonna leave that area blank. We can start back up over here and come to about there. And then some shops over here I think would be nice. I really like how this balloon is just traveling through the city, minding its own business. And check it out, it's even got the flame there, which is really cool. Checking in over here on our office. It needs to be covered by more services. Needs to be covered by more services. Okay, all right, not a problem. Let's go ahead and we'll put in a bus route. So some of our smartest people in the city. Let's take a look and see where these folks are living. I'm thinking it's going to be over here in this area. Actually, I don't know if we can see where they're living. We can. Here we go, university. So these guys are doing good. Actually, I mean, these folks over here are pretty well educated as well, even though we have the schools out policy activated here. It's kind of strange. Let's do this. Let's provide a bus route from here to come and visit some of these buildings here, and we'll see if that is good enough. So we have a stop here. Let's start a new one if it'll let us. Oh, I think I just moved the stop. No, I did not want to do that. And there we go. You're back. All right, did something change within the update? There we go. Create new line. That's what I wanted to do. It seemed a little bit more difficult than before. So let's kind of sort of cheat and we'll spam this area with some bus routes. So we'll have a stop there. We'll come around and have a stop there. I know this doesn't make a whole lot of sense because we can easily make this route a lot quicker and just put in some stops over here. But I kind of want to do this to help the area develop a little bit quicker by providing more bus coverage and making some of these folks a little bit happier. So let's come over here. We'll complete. Actually, you know what? We can come up here, put a stop there. And actually, no, we cannot because we have to. Oh, well, I done messed up. All right, let's see if we can complete that right there. Let's select. Come on, are you gonna let me select this stop? Yeah? No, that's the yellow line still. Ah, that's annoying. I want to go and select the green stop, but it's not letting me. So I'm gonna do that. And then let's see, yellow line, we're gonna replace the stop there. Okay. All right, I think that's good enough now. I think that makes a little bit more sense. And now what we can do is, let's say yellow line again. All right, so if anyone knows, how to select between the lines here and select the green line as opposed to the yellow line, put a comment down in the box below and let me know, because that's a little bit frustrating and I can't figure it out for the time being. So hopefully that'll help us out there a little bit in getting. Oh yeah, check it out. Some of these buildings have already leveled up to level 3. I love it when that works out. And we're having another death wave. Beautiful. And not just there, but over here as well. So hopefully, by the time we hit the next episode, the death wave will be over, and we'll start climbing with our population back up. Because I do kind of want to hit that very last scenario goal, which is getting to 75,000 population. We are at 85% health in the city only. So let's see. I think some of these. Where are they? Do we have a medical lab yet? I can't tell if we do, and I don't think that we do. I think a good area to place one of those would be near the cemeteries here. So let's see if that kind of helps out with some health there. Let's look into it. Maybe not quite yet, but I'm sure that it'll get there. Sports hall and gymnasium, community pools. We can put in a community pool. I don't think that we have one over here yet. Will it fit anywhere over here? I don't want to de-zone too many people. I don't want to have a community pool on the main road. So let's put a sports hall and a gymnasium somewhere over here on this side. Somewhere preferably where it's more accessible to... There we go. Perfect. It'll fit very well right there. And average health, check it out, guys. It's back up to 90% simply by placing the medical lab as well as one sports hall and the gymnasium. Believe it or not, we only have 2 sick people in this city. I think we're doing very good regarding that. So we'll put another one of those guys there. We'll put another one of those guys there. And voila. Do want to check in on the park yet again and see where we're at. 6,400, so we need about 3,600 more people to come and visit. Garbage wise, let's look into garbage and see where we're at there. We're doing good. We could use an additional incinerator. Why not? So we'll put one of those in there. And wow, our budget is, I mean, our weekly income is down by a significant amount. I think some of these sports hall and gymnasiums cost quite a lot. Oh yeah, they cost 2,400 a week. That's a lot of money. So we'll kind of let the budget come back up. We're slowly climbing that population back up. As you can see, we have about 250-ish people moving into the city per week. So I'm really hoping that we're going to get back to that 63,000 population before we can start zoning more residential anywhere. So for now, we do have to focus on regular or commercial in general, and looks like we're since we were down so many people, our farming is suffering, so is forestry, and that's also a never-ending battle, by the way. So but I think we're gonna go ahead and call it an episode here. So we've developed a new area, which I think is gonna grow up to be a really nice area, especially once we zone some more of these low-density buildings over here, make it look a little bit nicer with some trees and props and whatnot. Our park is doing good. We have reached level 4, so we're waiting for level 5, and I think in the next couple of episodes we'll focus a little bit more on the park itself. Put in that roller coaster once we finally get it. And keep building out the city. So thank you guys again so much for watching. If you know how to select between the bus routes that are already placed, if you guys noticed I was struggling a little bit, let me know in the comments box below. It would make my gaming life a lot easier. And as always, be the best that you can be in everything that you do. And I will see you guys on the next episode.